ain't sleeping till Hollywood, Hollywood. We ain't sleeping.
Happy Halloween, listeners.
All right, everybody, you are listening. I'm sorry, I know where you were going with that. I have no response. But anyway, guys. All right, everybody. You are listening to the No Sleep Till Hollywood podcast. We're not sleeping until we make it in Hollywood. And while we're up, we will be discussing the state of the industry and our place in it. It's your girl, Wednesday Addams, a.k.a. Gaelyn Smith.
And it's your boy, O.L. Nam, a.k.a. Kayla McDonald.
And if you couldn't tell by this intro, it is Halloween. If you're listening to this, it is Halloweeny time. Boo. Very scary. And today we're going to get into all things Halloween.
Yes, yeah. Gaelyn, I must ask, what is your perception of Halloween? What is Halloween to you?
I love Halloween. Halloween is so much fun. My mom's favorite holiday is Halloween. So like growing up, she was like over decorating. She probably would have worn a costume like most of the days of the month if she was allowed to. Like she really loved Halloween. So I grew up watching all the Halloween movies, all the Halloween shows. Like I used to be able to stay up like past my bedtime in the month of Halloween to watch like anything that was on TV. So I love Halloween. It's always a fun time. I love dressing up, doing a little spooky spooks. That's just me. How about you?
To me, I'm not gonna lie, but one thing that always sticks out to me every year is that it's a portal to another dimension opens up. That's my perception of Halloween. It's a fun
Is that
time.
giving Halloween Town?
To a degree, but like
that's all I can think about was sinister. Halloween Town.
A much more sinister degree, but like Halloween Town, essentially.
Huh?
No, because my dad, bro, he would always. Right. We would watch horror movies, and he'd be like, that's in the Bible, right? Yeah. So
I'll say you should contextualize for the folks at home that you are a preacher's kid. You should have started with that.
So I was horrified of Halloween every year, but it was fun though, because I ended up making peace with my demons, literally, and it's a cozy holiday. I love the creativity for the whole month.
It's a cozy holiday, he says.
Yeah. When I'm older, I will be terrorizing my kids.
Nuh-uh. Why would you do that?
Because there's nothing better than the fear of little children. Watch Monsters, Inc.
Caleb, you're not allowed to have children. I've just made the executive decision for you.
They won't be children, they'll be subjects. Anyways.
For anybody out there looking to procreate with Caleb, the answer is no. He's not allowed to have children. Nope. I've just made the decision.
Moving on.
What's your favorite Halloween movie?
Okay, well, Halloween movies. I gotta say, my favorite Halloween movie, the Halloween movie I grew up on, the Halloween movie I rewatch it, and have to rewatch this season is The Haunted Mansion, featuring Eddie Murphy.
Movie.
That's a great movie.
That's
a perfect movie. What about you? What's your favorite movie?
Also, in the iconic tier of Halloween movies, The Addams Family and The Addams Family Values. I mean, da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Like, I've always loved The Addams Family. But that movie is perfect. The movies are perfect. Like, they are exactly what I want from any Addams Family live action activity. And anytime they do a live action and it doesn't like reach that bar for me, I'm just.
Are you excited for Wednesday coming out on Netflix?
Absolutely. I don't know if you can tell by my outfit, but I love Wednesday Addams. She's one of my favorite TV characters of all time. TV characters, movie characters, you know what I mean? She's all of them.
I will say fun fact. Actually, not a fun fact. Depressing fact. I hate this fact about me, but I played a character in the
musical?
Addams Family musical. Yeah.
You played one of the boyfriends?
I played Mal Beinecke. I have no idea how to say his name. But yeah, the one that Wednesday was gonna marry. I was the
Yep.
normal.
Yeah. Wow. No, I'm very excited for the Wednesday reboots. I will be in full force in front of my television, dressed like this every day, watching the show.
If you remember so much about the movie, your favorite movie, what's one of your favorite scenes or favorite quotes that
All right.
produced from it?
There's two. There are
Okay.
two. When Wednesday Addams interrupts that goddamn play to give the speech about the Native American peoples, she was so wild for that. Like, she's just like, and they died. And then she just unleashes all the children to like ruin the play in the summer camp. Love that moment. Also from the same movie, Debbie Jelinski, who was married to her Uncle Fester. When they try to go, free Uncle Fester from this very rich, normal woman who's a little crazy. And they go in there and she like pins everyone up and she's like, haha, you thought you could get me, but I got you. And then she gives her monologue about, don't I deserve nice things? Don't I deserve to go shopping? After telling us how she's murdered every man she's ever married. Scream queen. Unhinged scream queen. And I love her. Joan Cusack is that girl. Like, she was really given what she needed to give in that scene. It's one of my favorite scenes of the whole of the franchise, definitely. But like, that's a top tier moment for television and movies.
Mm-hmm. Media all across the board.
Giving very much what we needed.
No, in Haunted Mansion, one of my favorite scenes is when the crystal ball with Madame Leota and like when Eddie Murphy's character actually has to come to terms with the fact that no, magic and supernatural is very much real and in this house. And also, in a lot of Disney movies, you don't get black characters being black.
Nope.
Like you don't get that culture out of them. Now in that scene, you had him praying to Jesus. You had him moving out. You had him. Oh, I can't believe this. I gotta go. I gotta run. I got
to go. I don't do this.
Exactly. Black characters being smart in horror movies. That's what we got.
But we love to see it. Honestly, the Haunted Mansion, very much a precursor for Get Out. Black characters being smart in horror movies. I don't know. It's what it's giving. It's giving genre cousins, at least.
If you say so.
I feel like it makes sense.
I'm gonna let you take that claim.
It makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
No, I love the Haunted Mansion. That's like one of those movies that's just, it's so funny.
Right.
Mostly because Eddie Murphy is a nut. But like, the spider scene. It makes me so uncomfortable. Autumn
the spider?
Yeah, the spider scene.
At this moment, I forget. I haven't done my rewatch.
The spider scene. The mausoleum.
Yes. Okay. Gotcha. I remember now. Yes. Oh, yeah. No, I would have been terrified. I would have been horrified if one spider came my way. Forget
the whole door was covered in spiders. Yo, I'm Michael in that scene. Dad, I can't do it. Dad, I can't do it. I can't do it. I can't do it.
No, absolutely. I don't care if the love of my life was at the other end. I'm not going through nothing. Nope.
I'm going to tell you now. The zombies might have got you, friend. You should have been quicker. Gotta go.
No, but I loved all the characters in Haunted Mansion. One of my favorite characters was definitely the butler because I love that actor's voice in like anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to embarrass myself and try to replicate it, but
I think you should give us a try.
No, I can't. I can't because you know what? For some reason, the only voice in my head right now is John Goodman. Like I know if I tried it, John Goodman would come out. Specifically from Monsters, Inc.
Mm-hmm.
No, not him. The crab from Monsters, Inc. Who said I'd let 1,000 children die for this company. That point. Anyways, long-winded point. But I do love the butler. The butler is one of my favorite characters from the Haunted Mansion. And I would ask your favorite character from...
Oh, Ramsley! That is his name.
Ramsley. Yes.
That's how he's talking. He was mad raspy and mad like, Ramsley.
Because he's always whining. Like, that actor's always whining. That is perfect. I would not have him do anything but whine.
But that's how he sounds in my head. Ramsley.
I would ask your favorite character, but you're clearly wearing her, so
It's
without a
giving
doubt,
wins.
it's giving
It's
one.
giving my girl weds. Yeah, I mean, who else? Wednesday and Diane from Blackish are the same character.
I see it. Yeah.
I'm not wrong. I'm not wrong. They both are trying to kill everyone in their families. Like,
No, because oh my gosh, yeah. What I do love about the Addams family is not only like are they dark, but like they'll act on it.
like
And
they're dark. They're very dark. It's like it's beyond dark humor. It's like dark reality.
right, dark reality,
Dark
and I
sense
love that.
of logic.
When I write the Black Addams family, just know it will
The
be
Addams family is black. Can we get into this real quick? I just want to point out that
They're
I
Spanish.
have textual evidence that these motherfuckers are black. First of all, his name is Gomez.
Yeah,
So we
Spanish.
already know they're Latino.
They're people of
Okay?
color.
Every movie, they be doing the mamushka, they be doing the tango, the salsa. So we already know they're Latino. But just like some of the things that they say and do are black. Like in the little cartoon movie, when they went to the school and people was picking on Wednesday, and they finally came up, they were like, why are you messing with Wednesday? Like everything about the way that they move as a family is very black. Also, in the little animated movie, when they get gentrified out of their neighborhood and out of their home, that
I don't know.
happens to black people.
They sound Spanish, but in
They're
other people's eyes.
Afro-Latino.
Then put me in the next.
They're
class.
Afro-Latino, which goes back to my initial sentence. They are black. I said what I said.
Then we need a Black Gomez.
They need Black Wednesday Addams, and I was right here.
Right.
I have been preparing to play Wednesday Addams my whole life. I could just easily hello Pugsley.
If you've been preparing for all your life, then would you write the Addams family any differently? Has your mind entered the writer's room of the Addams family?
I feel like the series that they're doing now where she's at boarding school is definitely something that would have come to my mind. But that's because I actually went to boarding school and no one writes boarding school correctly.
So that would have been perfect.
It would have been perfect, right? I know. I don't really have anything else for Wednesday and her family at this moment. There's like off the top of my head, because it's really Wednesday and her family. If anything, I would like a prequel about Gomez and Morticia's romance before the children. I would watch that.
I recently started the animated movie that recently came out, and it was mad funny.
Which one? One or two? Because I've only seen one.
One. And the opening scene was Morticia using her mother's ashes as eyeshadow and her father's ashes as blush.
Yep.
I thought that was perfect.
Because she's crazy.
And that's why I love when they make animated movies, especially when they're dark, because you could do anything. Like
you can really do anything. Because if that was a live action movie, it'd be crazy. We'd be like, because it's a cartoon, you're like, okay.
Right. Like, all right, they didn't actually, do anything.
But, it wasn't nobody. All right. If you could rewrite The Haunted Mansion, does anything happen to you there? Any thoughts?
I'm not gonna lie, The Haunted Mansion was kind of a perfect movie. Like you want to watch something about a haunted mansion, you get exactly what you came for. Like,
yeah,
I don't think I would change a thing. I did see that they made a Muppets version of the movie recently.
A Muppets version?
I have no plans to watch that.
The way I'm clickety-clacking right now, because there's no way.
Yeah, the Muppets Haunted Mansion. I have no desire to watch it.
Oh, they really did make it. I thought she was over here pulling my leg.
Nope. If it
Taraji P. Henson is in it. I love Taraji.
Wait, what?
And Taraji P. Henson, Alfonso Ribeiro, John Stamos.
Maybe I have to watch it now.
They got a nice little Yvette Nicole Brown, Chrissy Metz. Hold on. They got a little cast on
Sky
it.
Jackson. Okay, you know what? Retract that last statement. I may be tuning in to the Muppets Haunted Mansion.
Our producer Doria would like me to point out that Darren Criss from Glee is also in the movie. I don't know who that man is, and I
Sorry
don't
to that man.
really care. So sorry to that man.
I'm not gonna lie, saying
If I
like
saw him
maybe
walking
if I
down the
knew the
street, I
character's
wouldn't know a
name.
thing. You said what
Oh,
now?
but we could take this moment to shout out D-Lace, shout out our producer Doria
Shout out
Lacey,
D-Lace.
best in the game.
D-Lace on the track. D-Lace on
Had
the booth.
had to make her presence known.
Yes.
What do you think happened to your characters in the Addams family when the movie ended?
Okay, well, in the second one, they end, and that's when the baby is born. The baby's born at the end of the second one, I believe.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, the baby. So I feel like after that, they work together to raise the baby. But I feel like the baby, because the baby has like normal, like non-creepy roots, I feel like it's always a fight between the non-creepy and the creepy.
Right.
And so like every time he
Oh,
does something like normal, they be
so
like, no.
basically, we have a philosophical biracial baby and a biracial baby.
Well, he is biracial
Yeah.
because now he's white Latino and black Latino, or he's white and black Latino. Yes.
Yeah. So, all right,
He's like,
biracial struggles.
he has biracial and bimoral struggles. Is that what we will call it? Bimoral?
Bimoral. Yeah. Two different schools of thought
Because you know
there.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he's out here trying to be a good person, and then they're like, what is being a good person if you're an Addams? And like, is what the Addams family does bad?
I don't know.
No.
It sounds like they need to make this third movie.
I was like, this could be a third movie. But like the
Hire
problem
us
is
to
that
write
movie
it.
came out in like 1990. Like it's been like 20 something years. That's not a baby no more. He's a grown man.
I'm sorry. Did you not see The Incredibles 2? 20
But that was
literally
only
20
like,
years later?
it wasn't 20 years later. It came out, the first one came out in like 2006, 2007. The second one came out in 2018.
Okay, so 15 years later. It was still a baby. Jack was still
Yeah, Jack should have been at least like 8, 9. If we're being honest.
It should have picked up exactly where it left off with the Underminer, because why would they do us like that?
Didn't they pick up with the Underminer? I thought we did pick up with the Underminer.
Oh shoot, they did. I'm not gonna lie, I was led astray, but I won't
Have you
name
seen the
names.
movie?
I have. I was led astray. I won't name names, but you can see where I was led astray. Yeah, that's all
All
I'm
right.
saying. That's all I'm
All
saying.
right, all right.
Anyways,
Anyways.
in my movie, The Haunted Mansion,
Yes.
I do think they all got therapy or had to go to therapy. I think
Therapy. Caleb,
well, I mean,
these were black people in 2004. Therapy.
who just got confirmation of ghosts.
But it was still 2004. They
Ghosts?
went to church. They
You
went
know
to
what?
church.
Actually, time out. Forget the ghosts. Homeboy just went through a mountain of spiders. He's going to therapy. If no one else, he is going to therapy.
Michael probably
Okay.
went to therapy, but the rest of them, they was at church.
Okay, they was at church. Eddie Murphy was testifying. He was testifying.
I would pay good money for an Eddie Murphy as the dad from Haunted Mansion church scene of his testimony of how God brought him through the Haunted Mansion. I'd pay good money.
How he released them souls.
Yes.
No, but it was perfect because they also went home with Madame Leota, and they went home with the barbershop quartet headstones.
Oh yeah, they did take them.
So I know they was having fun in that house, if nothing else.
But like, Madame Leota had to be sick, bro. Like, she was living her best life in her mansion. Now she over here stuck with these kids.
Right.
I know she was sick.
And I know they got sick of those singing heads. They were sick of them on the road.
In the mausoleum. Like, they had me crying. Because they would just break into song. It was perfect 4-part harmony at a moment's notice.
Perfect. Perfect.
I'm like, bro, is this the Jackson 5? What's going on here?
If that movie was made today and I was a kid, nah, we're going on TikTok. I'm using these singing heads whenever I want. I'm gonna be training them. Come on, guys, just like we practice. Viral
1,
TikTok
2,
page.
3, and. No, it's wild. No, that's
No,
actually wild.
Those are some great movies, though. Absolutely
Great
great
movies.
movies.
But you know, as much as I love a good movie, you know, I'm really a TV girly. So
Mhm.
we'd like to know, What is your favorite episode of Halloween television?
Oh, well, there is this little show, scary if you
Mm,
think about it, of
mm,
these two kids that were born looking
mm.
exactly like each other.
Wow. They look just like each other.
And they were raised in a building of, I think I could say hundreds of people.
Mm, mm.
I believe this building was called the Tipton,
Oh,
and the show
wow.
was called Zack and Cody. And in
It,
Zack and Cody, there was
it
this
was called The Sweet
Halloween,
Life of
The
Zach
Sweet
and
Life.
Cody.
Yes, I am so sorry. The boys' names were Zack and Cody. Sweet Life of Zack and Cody is
The
the
Sweet
show.
Life.
And there was an episode called The Ghost of Sweet 613.
For all the girlies out there, 613 in this case is not the color of your wig. It is a room number.
It is a
Because
hotel.
all the lace wearing girlies got excited when you said 613. And we're not talking about that one.
Well, I don't know. They would be excited if they heard The Ghost of 613. I'm not getting that one again.
Yeah, the Ghost of Sweet 613. Yeah.
But do you have a favorite show, favorite
I
Halloween
must say
episode?
that was my answer. But in
Oh,
order to have a difference of opinion and therefore have something to discuss, my second favorite episode, okay, not my second favorite episode, but another enjoyable episode of Halloween television for me, is the All American Season 4 episode of Halloween. I do not know what it was called, but they had a Halloween episode that I really enjoyed, that I thought it took a second, but when it came around to the end, it was a great story.
you're gonna have to tell me about this because I have not seen it at all.
Have you seen any of All American?
Absolutely not.
That's problematic.
Um,
You are
I'm
black
not.
and
It's
youthful.
it's called All American, and maybe I'm exercising my First Amendment right to critique my country by not watching something associated with that name.
You mean a show about a black man who's playing football to get out of the hood to make a better life for himself and his family? That helped you
So even
boycott America? That made
so
you feel like
even
that?
even better argument. I don't do sports. I
That's
don't
so
do sports.
boring. You miss so much good television by not watching sports television.
There's
Friday
also
Night
some
Lights is a top tier television show.
so they say. I don't know. Haven't seen
Top
it.
10. The Game, top black television show.
I've
Easily.
seen episodes, but none of them, from my recollection, delve too
Because you
much
don't
into
watch the
sports.
show. If you don't watch the show, you don't know who's who, and therefore you miss all of it.
And you know whose fault that was? The writers for the sports. Shouldn't have done
No,
it.
it's your fault. I know the fact that Caleb's never seen a full season of the game. Like, we need to do a whole series of episodes of this podcast that are really just about educating you in black culture, because this is shameful. Shameful, I say.
Listen, tell me more about this episode or your favorite scene.
So, All American, for the uninitiated, is about Spencer. And Spencer, he lived in Crenshaw, but then he goes to play for Beverly. Then he goes back to play for Crenshaw. Then he goes to college. We're in college now. And in the Halloween episode, Spencer and his friends, Jordan, and then there's JJ and Asher, they go to different schools. So Jordan and Spencer go to one school. Asher and JJ go to another school. They all live in the same house, but they're going through some separation anxiety as friends do in college, because, you know, like, you have different schedules. They're on different football teams. They're going through it. They also have a bunch of other friends, Layla, Olivia, who's Spencer's girlfriend and Jordan's brother, a lot of folks, but they're all breaking up as a friend group as they go apart in their time after college or time after high school. And so JJ decides to throw a Halloween party. And in JJ's Halloween party, it's a murder mystery. And the question is, who killed JJ? And he gives everyone all these cards. They get these cards where it's like, oh, this is who I am in 10 years, but I haven't spoken to any of these people in this room in 8 years. And they're like, dang, we're not going to be friends. And at the end of the episode, well, there's that going on. Then you have the parents. You have Spencer's mama, who is dating his ex-principal. And then Billy Baker, who is Jordan's dad and was at one point in time both Jordan and Spencer's coach. They're at South Crenshaw High because Billy Baker's trying to become the principal, and there's a Halloween prank that happens every year, and so he's decided he's going to walk the hallways and keep everybody in line. So that's going on, which I think is a whole other funny storyline. But then, as they're playing their murder mystery game on the other side of town, At the end, it's revealed who killed JJ. Everyone killed JJ because they stopped caring about friendship. It's so much better when you watch it than when you explain it. Because when you watch the whole episode, you're like, damn. And also because JJ, like, he's like he's quote unquote the dumb blonde friend. Like, nobody's really like pays attention to him and thinks he has real thoughts. And then in season 4, like, you see he's the main one trying to keep the friend group together. And it's really good.
So you're telling me, time out real quick. So you're telling me a show about some football players did a Halloween episode with a murder mystery party.
Yeah. And they get swatted at the end. Don't worry, they get swatted at the end of the episode.
And the story was friendship?
Yeah.
not even team team.
Well, they're on different teams now. Remember I just said this, they're on different teams now.
Oh, right. Also,
because if you watch the show,
hold on. If you watched the show closely, then you would know the name of this episode was season 4, episode 19. Murder was the case, and that's.
Thank you, D. Lace, for putting that in the chat because Caleb didn't know it.
No, I did not.
And also, I watch TV on Netflix. Honestly, I don't be knowing that TV shows have episode titles half the time. Like, think about it. If you're watching TV on a streaming service, you don't always see the episode name, especially if you're watching. No, but think about it. If you put on episode, like, let's say I started with the episode before the one I'm talking about, and I keep going, it doesn't show you the names of the episode. No, it doesn't. If you're binging a show, you do not have to see the name of the episode unless your thing like reloads for some reason.
Well, where I watch it, it's usually in the top left. It's just in the first 3 seconds of the.
Maybe because you're watching on a computer, not a Roku.
No, I watch it on my TV, but it's not Roku, so.
I don't see it on there. On Roku, okay. I don't see episode titles.
Gotcha.
And honestly, most of the time, they not really. I mean, like, people take time to name episodes, so like, yes, they are important. But like, that's not what I came to watch. I came to watch the show, not the episode.
Time out, because you get some real cool facts when you find out about names of episodes. Like, there was this one season where every name of the episode was actually named after like a song that this one band made. Like, I wish I knew the show, but no, there's.
I was like, this is not helpful.
And also in Breaking Bad.
Are you talking about Degrassi?
Like, what?
Because every episode of Degrassi was named after a rock song from the 70s and 80s.
That might be it then. And then also in Breaking Bad, this last one I'll cap it at. In Breaking Bad, they had the finale episode. Mm-hmm. And finale was written in like the periodic elements. So it was cool. It was cool. Yeah. Shout out to the people who name episodes. But
shout out to them. They're important. I just feel like, did you say back to Martin Luther King? Is that what you just said?
I said back to murder was the case.
I heard Martin Luther King and I was like, Martin Luther King got a Halloween show? What's going on here? I got questions.
I mean, Martin Luther King, I Had a Nightmare. Boom, boom, there we go. Halloween movie right there.
You know somebody's going to write that. Like, you know somebody is going to write that.
Unfortunately.
And then we're going to eat it up. And then we're going to find out it was written by and be shocked.
Right.
Yes, but All American is a great show. You should watch it. It's a great drama.
I mean, I'm not going to lie.
I think like it's the first 2 seasons are really, really solid. The 3rd season's pretty good. The 4th season is, I haven't started the 5th one yet, but All American Homecoming, the spinoff, my dad and I have started that, and it is very good, very spicy.
I'm definitely never watching the show. However,
you should.
The episode did pull at my writer heartstrings because, you know, I love human connection in a story.
Yeah, but when I said it, you was clowning me like it was soft.
Because, like, what?
It was friendship. The friendship is what killed him.
It was a lack of friendship.
The lack of friendship. You're right. Because he was sad. Poor JJ. I hope JJ like really gets it. I hope like his friends get together in season 5.
You know,
I also really hope that Spencer and Olivia can stop dating because it's driving me crazy.
Yikes. What's really crazy is All American's big reveal was friendship needs to bring this boy back to life. When Sweet Life of Zach and Cody.
Mm,
In that episode,
mm,
the big reveal was that the ghost that scared Zach out of the hotel room,
mm,
out of the suite,
mm.
to be more accurate, was actually just Cody pulling a prank. Well, Cody, Maddie, London
Maddie,
Tipton,
London.
shout out London, Arwen, the whole gang
They really
said,
came together. Isn't Arwen a Syracuse alum? I'm like, I remember hearing this at some point, but I don't know why. Can we get a fact check on that, please? I think I'm right, but he
he loves
was a
Orange.
Syracuse alum. I
He
knew
loves
it.
Orange.
Go
Orange
Orange.
connection came through. Go Orange. We love it here. Brian Stepanek.
Yep. Shout out the Orange Gang.
But no, my favorite scene in that episode was the seance because you had
Yeah.
Esteban, Julio, Ricardo, Montoya.
Montoya Del Rosso Ramirez.
Thank you. We
Esteban
had
Julio
him.
Montoya Del Rosso Ramirez. I can't say it fast anymore. I used to be able to do it.
Right. I used to.
Esteban Julio Ricardo Montoya Del Rosso Ramirez.
I feel like everyone who watched that show definitely had it down pat at one point.
But like, cause you had to try.
Had to, if nothing else. And no, he did an amazing job with his possession. Oh my gosh. And yeah.
That episode was scary as a kid. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it was a little scary.
Horrifying, I will admit. And then at the end, you find out that there actually is a ghost in that room. Like, no, it was legit. It was legit.
Nah, whole episode was crazy. Whole episode was crazy.
But shout out to Cody that episode because he really put it all together. He was scared because Zach, Zach is just a monster. He's a demon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say demon time, but I don't think that's.
It's not that. It's not that demon time.
That's not what that means. Yeah.
No, that's not what it means.
Cody. However, I do want to give a shout out to London Tipton. First of all, because Brenda Song.
Brenda Song was that girl. She was that girl. She had us in a choke. Okay. Foot on necks.
And London Tipton, her ability to be self-obsessed and just exit the reality of things is astounding every time. And
London was in her own world. Wait, Caleb, we have to go back to your phrase from a previous episode. She was on her own mission.
She was on her own mission, yes. Exactly.
We have to make a list of TV characters. That's going to be a list, a running list of TV characters that are on their own mission. Right now, we have London Tipton and Shauna from Rap Shit.
And Shauna. Goodness gracious, Shauna. But no, one thing I have to bring up is Sweet Life on Deck. I don't know how many people stuck around for that. For that sequel.
That was such a shenanigan because it was the same show, but on a boat.
They said, how do we reboot this, but also give more seasons? Bet.
We didn't need to change locations.
At all. It's a whole hotel. They could have shown us a new floor.
It was so funny. People do love boats.
In Sweet Life on Deck, specifically, the Wizards or Hannah Montana and the Wizards, and those joint episodes.
You mean the Sweet Life of That's So Raven and Hannah Montana, like those
on
things?
Deck. Yeah. And so in that episode,
that's So Hannah Montana on deck.
Yes, and London Tipton had Hannah Montana's anklet. Now, if everyone knows one thing about Hannah Montana, her mom passed away when she was little.
Yep.
London Tipton is holding the anklet that her mother gave Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
And Hannah's trying to get it back. And she's like, London, that's mine. And she's like, okay, let me see a receipt and 3 forms of ID. And she's like, my mom gave that to me. It's really special. I wear it every show. The diamonds are fake. She threw it in the ocean, bro. She threw a precious
London Tipton
heirloom
in the ocean
because the diamonds are fake, bro. She will exit the scene immediately if
gotta love her.
Money. Gotta love her.
Got to love her.
That's ridiculous. Who was your person to watch in that episode of All American?
Although you all have clowned me for the big reveal of the episode, JJ is my favorite character of the episode and of the season. You know why? Because JJ cared about friendship. He cared about each of his friends. He just wanted to make sure that motherfuckers was good. Okay? He just wanted to make sure that his friends was good and that they was going to love each other.
So he
And
was a team
everybody
player?
believed him the whole season. And the whole show, really. And honestly, the thing is, without JJ, the whole, like, story of the murder mystery doesn't happen. Plus, it got, I can't remember who was beefing at the time. I think it was, Spencer and Asher were beefing. So it got them back in the same room and he made them work together. Like, the murder mystery was dope because he got everybody who was, like, all the friends in a room and it forced them to have to, like, deal with people. Like Patience and Coop, their exes, but they still had to work together. Like, all of these things that were just like, we needed this. It was like the second to last episode of the season too. So, like, kind of put us where we needed to be to transition the season. But, shout out to my man's JJ. He was really giving what needed to be gave.
Yeah. And did the episode give what it needed to give, or give what it needed to give? Wow. This is what I get for not watching Black TV.
Mm-hmm.
Did it give what it needed to
Look at you.
give,
Uncultured.
or would you rewrite it differently?
I think that it moved a little slow the first, 15 minutes. Like, I wish that, we had just... I think it's because they tried to be like, oh, we're having a party tonight, and I wish we had just started with the party. Like, I wish that had been... I think that everything... They did too much setting up, and I wish that we had just, entered the episode in the murder mystery and entered the episode in the hallway of the school and just, let the stories move that way, because I think it would have just, sped everything up, and there would have been more opportunity.
For all you listeners out there, the media term for starting in the middle of action is in media res.
In media res.
Just wanted to throw that out there for people who don't think I'm pretentious enough. I can be. I have a film degree. And
did somebody tell you that you weren't pretentious enough?
No, absolutely not.
I was like, did somebody say, are we not pretentious enough? Are we supposed to start talking in media terms only? In the setup of the show. And then there was the catalyst. Am I supposed to start just doing that now?
In the exposition of the episode.
Yes. There's too much exposition. Well, it was a setup. I mean, it was a setup. It wasn't necessarily the exposition because it's we all knew all the character relationships. It didn't set up relationships. It just was it still is exposition, but more when people say too much exposition, I think background information.
Gotcha.
As opposed to we're going to have a party tonight. Did you invite so-and-so? Hey, can we move the party here? Because that's what the episode was first 10 minutes were oh, can we move it to a different house? Oh, that would be interesting. It was that. So it's not background. It's just
gotcha.
Laying track, as Shonda Rhimes called it, but it just wasn't done. It wasn't done because of what the episode was. It wasn't as engaging as once we got to the party and to the hallway. And so as a result, it made the first 10, 15 minutes feel a little all right now. All righty. Because literally my father and I were watching it together. We're all right, this episode kind of ain't really giving what it needed to give. Then we got to the end. We were oh, that was, yeah.
That's what we
But
need.
Caleb, if you have any thoughts about the writing of what I consider a perfect episode of television, but The Ghost of Sweet 613, anything you would do differently?
The only thing I would have done differently is I would have had the actual supernatural element of the room. I would have had that be a thing. Because in the episode currently, it's, oh, scary. Nah, it was all just a prank, bro. And then we get a glimpse of a ghost. I would have had the ghost there the whole time, and I would have had the ghost be friends with Arwen.
Right.
And that would have been the only lady that liked him. A dead one.
That's true, because he really was always struggling.
Always. He loved that mom, though.
Bless his heart. Bless his heart.
Mama's boy.
Literally.
And I can confirm that episode definitely holds up today because I watched it an hour ago.
I would say All American holds up. I watched it maybe 3 weeks ago. So pretty consistent, pretty constant.
Shout out to strong TV episodes.
Of shows that Caleb will one day watch. Caleb, what if I'm on All American? You're not going to watch it then?
I'll watch your clips. No, I'd watch the episode. I'd watch that.
But Caleb, you know you can't watch it. You're like, I can't do no spoilers, no spoilers. Let me get don't like spoilers. That's you. So you know you're gonna have to watch it from the beginning. So you might as well go ahead and watch it now. So when I get on All American or All American Homecoming, because they finally realize they need to cast me.
That's the thing, though. If I really don't care about something, then spoilers do nothing, and that's why I was so comfortable.
So you're not gonna care about the show in which I'm become a supporting character?
I'm gonna care about the episode.
A series regular. Where I'm in, you're not going to care when I'm in 22 of the 24 episodes of television, and therefore you need to know what's going on with me?
Well, I would know what's going on with you if I watch the 22 episodes, because your exit and your entrance kind of.
But you need to know what happens in the other two episodes. What do you mean? What if you need to know what happens in the other two episodes? What if I'm dating somebody in the other two episodes that I'm not in when I'm studying or something? Then he goes and cheats on somebody. You need to know that.
Listen, when you get cast, episodes will be watched. The number to be determined.
Wow. What about your friends? Will they stand their ground? Will they let you down?
Hey, it's friendship killing you.
I know you don't know what song that's. I know you don't know what that song is.
No, I don't.
TLC. No. What about your friends?
Listen. I don't know what to tell you. I was grounded half my life. I'm uncultured.
This is sad. Sad.
But
do you know who TLC is?
Yes, I know who TLC is. I do.
What the T and the L and the C stand for?
Not tender loving care, right?
Absolutely not. We don't need an episode to quiz Caleb on Black media. We need an episode to teach Caleb Black media.
This is interesting. What does the TLC stand for?
T-Boz, Left Eye, and Chili.
Oh, my subconscious knew that. And to be fully accurate, my subconscious knew 2 of the 3. I didn't know Chili.
You didn't know Chili? What Chili wants?
And everyone, this has been a great Halloween episode of the No Sleep Till Hollywood podcast.
I am shocked.
Gaelyn,
Caleb, you ain't telling people what you watching. And obviously you wasn't watching anything that had no significance to Black culture. So what are you watching today?
To be fair, I'm not watching anything. I am in a writing season. I'm enjoying the art that has yet to be filmed, but it's a writing season. No TV, no movies, very little. I saw the SNL that Megan Thee Stallion was on. I saw those clips.
Megan Thee Stallion is my girl. She killed that SNL episode. I'm sorry. We have to talk about it because Megan was really doing what needed to be did. I'm still mad at that one skit that they had. It was like the hot girl like boot camp or whatever. And they messed up the cameras like so badly. Like you just kept hearing stuff off screen. And you see Megan being like, why the camera looking at me? But she was so funny. When she was breaking character in that one scene though, had me crying laughing. That one skit with like Keenan. No, not that one.
No, I was saying I would watch that. But
oh, Hot Girl Hospital, like if it was a show?
You're talking about The Deer.
The Deer? Yeah. I didn't like Hot Girl Hospital actually.
I'm just saying I would watch it, like purely because she's in it, right?
Like it was cool. It just felt a little,
like one of the reviews said, regressive.
Yes. Girl Talk was funny. Girl, that was funny. That one was funny. But I really liked the music video.
We got brought.
For being the +1. Yeah, we got brought. It's my jam.
That's real though. Being left alone with without the mutual friend.
Yeah, it's always awkward. It's like, what do we talk about? What are we supposed to do?
So how do you know? Yeah, that gets old.
So how do you know them? Oh,
exes. No.
I want to do a rom-com so bad. where that like there's an awkward situation like that, and that's the answer to the question. How do you know so and so? Exes.
Write it in your
Yeah, I have a
writer
lot.
season with me.
Oh, I'm in right. First of all, I have so many applications that are due, and I don't know when any of them are going to get done. So my plan to have my draft, honestly, I might do that. I don't feel like filming anymore. So honestly, I might go and write my outline tonight for this pilot that I'm supposed to have the first draft finished by October 31st. But so I might write tonight. And honestly, that might be what I do tonight instead of filming other content because I just am not in the moods to
And speaking
film
of
today.
already filmed content, what have you been watching?
All right. I got 3 things that I'm currently watching because that's how my brain works, y'all. Starting it off, All American Homecoming. Me and my dad have started that because we just finished watching The Dropout. So then we were like, let's watch All American Homecoming. Really enjoy that. I also was submitted for that show and I'm not on it, but it's okay. One day when the glory comes, I'm going to be on the show. But I really like it. Peyton Alexander Smith, who plays Damon on that show, he is fine. I need to know, like, he's a Smith, and so I get awkward because I'm like, I'm a Smith. So, like, is you my cousin? Because, everybody's black is Smith. So, like, I don't know that necessarily means related, but he's fine. We like him. And then I'm watching Empire because I'm, enjoying the episodes that I haven't seen. I just watched an episode before I got ready for this. I love Empire, obviously. And then I'm watching Narcos. I just started it yesterday. Narcos.
For real?
What a surprise. I like dramas.
Like Pablo Escobar Narcos?
Yeah, Pablo Escobar.
Oh, shoot.
And Tata. And Valeria. Mm-hmm.
No, that's a good show. That's a good show. I think that's...
Why is it a surprise? But you have to understand, you can't really pin down what I watch. Because I watch sports dramas, sports comedies, drug dramas, political commentary. Like, I watch so much. Like, if it's a good story and it's told in an interesting way, I will watch it. That's really like my
sports.
If you've never seen Friday Night Lights, I can't trust that you have like good opinions on television. Like that's
you do trust that I have good opinions on television.
Now that I know this information, everything's been tainted. Like you've never watched Friday Night Lights?
No. Not at all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to that show. Wouldn't know it if it hit me. Wouldn't know it if I fell asleep and woke up on it.
So clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose means nothing to you?
It means clear skies and blue hearts can't lose.
No, I didn't say clear skies. I said clear eyes, full hearts, can't lose.
Clear eyes. Yeah, no, I have no idea.
The Dillon Panthers.
Is that the coach?
Yes!
I took a guess.
Dillon Panthers. Well, that's the name of the team.
Oh, yeah, no.
I was confused what you said. Yeah, no, Dillon. That's really problematic. That's like Connie Britton's. Like that's some of Connie Britton's best work. Michael B. Jordan was really good in that show. What's his name? The coach. I can't think. Coach Eric Taylor. I can't think of his name. I can never think of the actor's name. Eric Taylor.
I know.
He's great.
I love him.
Kyle Chandler. Thank you. If anything, you watch the show for him. He's great. Yeah. It also is one of the better like documentary style television shows that's out there.
Oh, it's documentary style?
Yeah. Like it's like they never break the fourth wall like they do in Abbott, but it's shot with the understanding that it's supposed to be documentary style, but they never stop and say, this is the documentary about the Dillon Panthers. Like there's never that moment.
Gotcha. That sounds interesting.
It's very, very good. First episode was so crazy that honestly, I just like had to keep watching. I was like, what?
Okay. Maybe I'll watch the first episode.
You should watch the show.
We will see.
Well, that has been another episode of No Sleep Till Hollywood. It's your girl, Gaelyn Smith. You can follow me at GSmitty with 2 T's and 4 Y's on anything with the @ symbol. And you should follow me on TikTok because I started making original TikTok content now. And if you want to know all about the TV shows that I'm watching that maybe you should watch too, check out my Smitty streaming series.
And it is your boy, Player One, Caleb McDonald, signing off. You could follow me at anything with an @ symbol, Caleb Subtitles. I love subtitles. And
And make
also
sure you,
follow the podcast.
yeah,
Follow our production company.
our production company. We have
No,
to start saying production company.
No Sleep X Prod. That is at No Sleep X Prod.
X Prod.
All right, because we got some things in store.
We got some things coming up, or we don't,
And,
or we're crying. I don't know. I'm
hey,
tired, y'all.
it's all around. We're in a pandemic. Don't
We're in
forget.
a pandemic. Actually, no. It's a pandemic.
And on that note, good morning.
Pandemic.
Good afternoon.
Good evening. Good night.
Good
Bonjour,
night.
bonsoir. And we'll see you next time.
Buenas noches.
Au revoir.